I got to tell you, that first half yesterday, maybe not so much. Finally got a touchdown late from Christian McCaffrey.
Juwan Jennings, trick play. Oh, this ball's in the air for a long time. McCaffrey's able to pull it down, and he's going in for the touchdown. Juwan Jennings with a touchdown pass.
Mahomes would square it up shortly.
And now set up in the red zone. Trying to take the lead. Mahomes goes for it right away. Wide open. Touchdown. Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs have their first lead in the Super Bowl.
And they would win it, of course, in overtime. Let's get Mike Berman in here.
It's time to bear down.
Mike Berman is here to bring you the best of the Bears.
There's a Berman.
Where?
On the Bears. Oh. Every hit.
Every touchdown. Every Monday.
Berman on the Bears.
Brought to you by the Berman Auto Group.
On the Big 89 WLS.
Closest the Bears got to the Super Bowl was what? Who had the best tickets? I'm asking Berman. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know either.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Jared Payton was on the field for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. There you go. All right, that completes your Bears update, right, Mike?
Well, this was my easiest one. Thanks, guys.
That first half was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It kind of left you feeling like, is this going to be one of those real lame Super Bowls? What was it, a few years ago when the Rams scored 3 points?
Yeah.
But we know the best, most interesting things to watch in Las Vegas happen late.
Yes,
and
including the stuff you're not supposed to see. Yes. Yes, all of those things are, in fact, true. And when it got to overtime, one of the worst cases of blown coverage you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes hooks up with a guy who wasn't even on the Chiefs to start the season, Mecole Hardman.
First and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
Nice move by Jim Nantz throwing jackpot in.
Very cool.
He's in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's always prepared with a good, championship line that pertains to the town or something like that. No surprise.
So there's a lot of heat on the head coach of the 49ers this morning for deciding to the decision made with the coin toss in overtime. Now, this gets a little deep for you football nerds, but his defense was tired. There's a lot of reasons he maybe made the decision. Did it really have an outcome effect on the game?
I mean, I think the analytics say, you want to take the ball second so you know what you have to do. You have more data, if you will. You know that, okay, we have to have a field goal to tie and extend, or we know we can just kick a field goal to win the game. But Shanahan said his reasoning was he wanted to get the ball the third time. If both teams were even because both teams were guaranteed a possession, if the game was tied after those first two possessions, Shanahan wanted to have that.
It seems perfectly sound to me.
It does. It really does. And in the end, I don't know if it would have made a difference because you're still playing against Patrick Mahomes. But I also get his logic. Kyle Shanahan, not just to have it the third time, but also to make the statement and put the pressure on Kansas City. If you go down and score a touchdown, that puts all the pressure on the Chiefs. But obviously, the decision making didn't work in his favor.
Boy, I did not see the Chiefs winning that, even until the last, what was it, 10 seconds of the game, 7 seconds of the game, Berms. But I'm wondering, if the Chiefs are the new Patriots, who is the next team that can really stop them? Because they just seem unstoppable at this point.
The Bears!
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I hit my head. I don't know. Who challenges them next year? Is it the people we saw this year?
Well, what about the Texans? I like how they went from, picking second in the draft to to winning their division and making the playoffs. And I love C.J. Stroud. I mean, I wouldn't entirely count the Bills out. I'm looking the AFC, of course, and then you got Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
That could be good.
Those are some of the teams that can contend. But until the Chiefs get knocked off, I'm not betting against them. And that was 99% of my reasoning for picking the Chiefs. You know, when we talked a few days ago, is just Patrick Mahomes is, you know, tracking the title of the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, he's still got a ways to go, but man, is he incredible with 3 rings at 28 years old. He's now 4-0 in the playoffs as an underdog. I mean, the guy is as clutch as it comes and really hard to beat.
As the Bears look to the draft now, which is your next big NFL event, we'll stay in touch with you so you can tell us what's happening because they'll call you first and you'll let us know.
Obviously, yes.
I mean, I think that's clear. But is that,
I already know what's going to happen because they're consulting me. I just can't tell you.
I figured that. But as I looked on the sideline last night and I saw my bald brother, Matt Nagy, and I thought, wow, here's a guy that coached the Bears for a couple of years. He left. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings. Why would he ever want to be a head coach again? All he does in Kansas City is win.
Why? Because he was a guy who led the Bears in 2018, his first year, to a division title. And, you know, if Cody Parkey makes that kick, they're on to the next round, and then who knows? And I think that anyone who had it end the way he did, disappointingly, wants another crack at it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another crack. I know he's an easy target in Chicago because it didn't end well.
Did you think he was a good coach? I mean, you know, look, first year he won, but as things got bad, he seemed to lose it. The wheels came off. Was he a good coach in balance here?
I mean, I think that he gets a bad rap on the whole. Was he a good coach? I think he did some good things. I think he did some bad things too. I think he could have been, you know, helped correct the course that the Bears were on and help them, I guess, sustain the momentum that they had built in 2018 because they definitely flopped in 2019. But, you know, people do forget he's a guy who led them to the playoffs twice and, you know, won the division in 18. And I think he's going to get another shot at some point. I don't know when that is, but he was certainly brilliant last night in the plays that he called. I thought that the drive to win the game was called beautifully.
Yeah, he's their offensive coordinator for people who don't know.
Yes, sorry. Nagy's the Chiefs offensive coordinator. How about that 4th and 1 call with the game on the line? They're motioning Kelsey. They're giving Mahomes a chance with a run pass option.
It's an option sweep, and he's the sweep.
And everyone goes to Kelsey, and Mahomes has a clear lane for an 8-yard pickup, and then they go down the field to win the game. So I don't know how this all of a sudden this turned into the Matt Nagy segment. But
because I just felt obligated to bring him up, and also because my only problem with him is a bald guy in a visor makes no sense. Buy the whole hat. Stop wearing the visor.
Or make sure that you really lather up the top of the dome.
Yeah. which is probably the right answer. Hey, last question. Why did they act like Kelsey wasn't on the team in the first half? Why did they target him, twice, I think, in the entire first 30?
Because Andy Reid was angry at him for nearly knocking him to the ground.
That was a weird moment.
It was.
Yeah, that was a weird moment.
Because they didn't want the TV cameras to keep going back to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Do we know why he did that?
Yes. That's what it is. It was a conspiracy to ensure the under hit for Taylor Swift cutaway.
I am glad you two are going conspiracy because we don't hear enough of that talk. Thank you, buddy, for a great job. Of course, we'll be back in touch, and I hope you'll be back for another season, but we'll talk long before then.
Look forward to it, guys. We got a lot to discuss coming up after the Bears put it on the record. I do think trade Fields, take Caleb Williams, and move forward. And I think it'll be an exciting off season and a lot to look forward to next season.
Oh.
And bottom line, you guys are the best. Thanks for having me on all year.
You're
Thanks,
great. You're
Burns.
great.
We love
You're
you.
Great. Mike Berman, NBC5. Follow him on social. Watch him on Channel 5.
Is it too late to get Brock Purdy?
Yeah, well, no, it's
For
not
the
too late.
Bears.
You got to talk to his mom. Yeah, because his mom just dropped him at school.